Talking about the aged horses, Adrenaline Rush, the 18 claimer, little stiff for old Rushy Poo. So he'll be going back in the 15. This may be our last week with him. I don't know. I hope they never take him, especially if he does good in that class. But we tried it. He can't do in there. Back to where you were. Aglaire AM they must be getting really close. And they told me they were really close a week ago with Aglaire AM.
They are. I believe she can go
probably Wednesday to train. We'll see. LD's Patrick training back now. Jason said, I trained him the other day. I didn't put that martingale or hobbles on him. I thought he'd be okay. I won't do that again. So he's always playing with his head and throwing with his head. If you notice, we have that V martingale on him that James hates. Put that on him because he can't get his head up and throw his head and goof around. So Patrick's just playing around with Jason probably. But Patrick, there's no faults with Patrick. Locatelli, James going to drive him tomorrow. Super happy with Locatelli. Look at that cat. The reason we sold him was exactly accentuated this week. Cannot get this poor horse into race. This is the most frustrating part of my summer job, is trying to find a spot. So I said, I'm just going to kick him out in the field. We'll race him in the fall. There'll be a spot in the fall for him. My Jazz will be coming back now. I don't know how I feel about that. She'll be coming back to train back and race now. No free lunch. Man, he had quite a bout with his blood being screwed up. Harry said he's been in 210. He's going to train him up hard on Tuesday. I hope that means he's going to race in the weekend. I told everybody he'd race this weekend. I'm not even positive he's going to race next weekend. So there was a real problem, and there was nothing serious, but his differential was flipped. His red count, everything was low, like he was just in a funk. Blood-wise, on his report, was in a funk, and you saw it on the track. Harry said he wouldn't pick the bit up. Really tired and lethargic. He said this is the first week. Last week, he said the first week he felt great. So he trained him up a couple of times. He said in 210, going to train him harder this week and go from there. There's no physical reason. That was all that was wrong with the horse, was his blood. Walk on the Moon. Yeah, I'm not going to dwell on this. Popped a couple of quarter cracks. I'm missing an aged horse in here too, I'm pretty sure. Walk on the Moon. Popped a couple of quarter cracks. Made that break. One, he doesn't like a half, and two, you can't back him in. Anyway, the horse made a break. Very frustrating animal, but at the same token, I can't rip him apart too much this week. He did have a reason. Not one, but two quarter cracks were bleeding. They're going to fix him up, race him at Plain Ridge his next time out, and that won't be next week. It'll likely be the week after. These are all by age. Okay, Compass Rose DC is coming back in very soon. So as I read these off this list, it's like 4-year-olds, alphabetical, 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds. I was wondering where all the age sources are. So this is why you're getting it in this regard. Compass Rose DC will come back in, I believe, and train her back. Globetrotting, tied up her last start. She won't be in this week. She might be in next week. Hone the Tone, everything looks good with him. Trying to put some weight on him, jog him. Got to get that GGT down and get him feeling really comfortable. I'm actually torn on whether I should turn him out for a couple of weeks. I might do that this week. We'll see. Don't expect Hone the Tone for about 2 weeks. This horse, we're going to focus on this guy for the fall. This is one of our fall troopers that we purchased. Muscle Chrome is in full, does have a full, and is at Midland Acres. Path of Totality is in full to Father Patrick, and she is in Kentucky. Rockin' Down Under was racing last week. I skipped over the other filly too, didn't I? Girl from Oz. Yeah, Girl from Oz and Rockin' Down Under. We still have them. Obviously, I love... Darren tries. Darren's the only trainer over there that tries to bring us information and keep us informed with Girl from Oz. I don't really know what their plans are moving forward full-time with her. She's still racing for some good purses, so that's good. Rockin' Down Under seems like a really middle-of-the-road horse. I think Daniel wants to breed her, so he'll probably buy her off us at some point. She's not worth a lot of money, I don't think. Sailor popped the quarter crack on Saturday training. Now, he is racing. I said to Dominic, I don't care. Make sure he races on Saturday. I did talk to Stacy. I may send this horse to Columbus. This horse may go to Stacy and Brett. I'm just not racing him over his head. I understand that drawing the 10-hole happens. We've drawn 8, 9, 10, 5 starts. Okay, I get that happens. But now we took him to Grand River, sacrificed him, and brought him to Grand River to fit the horses that didn't race for a purse of $15,000, and then they don't fill the class. So I'm really getting to my wit's end with this. I think you're probably going to see this might be Sailor's last start in Ontario for us. He may be going to Stacy and Brett Miller. Stay Close is out. Turn him out until he puts 100 pounds on. Another horse resting for the fall. I'm thinking about now, thinking about the yearlings, and I'm also thinking about how does our fall winter look. And when you talk about horses like Stay Close, Eldie's Patrick, Home the Tone, these are horses that I plan on having doing big things with this fall, hopefully. Kings County, man, he's been some kind of good horse. Oh my God. It's just been incredible. I can't wait to see how the rest of his year turns out. He's got the Charlie Hill. He's got a race in Indiana. Not to mention the Open that goes for $25,000 to $35,000 every single week in Scioto. The horse has just been racing incredible. Now, we are going to keep Stolen Dances full, but we will be selling Stolen Dance once she's weaned. She needs to be weaned off of that yearling, I think, in the fall sometime, and then we'll sell her. She just didn't get in full. It's just been, we're trying to bring in better horses and better mares. And this filly, just been a lot of complications with her over the last 3-4 years. We'll probably just move her on. White Tiger has been good. Grabbed that shoe the other day and almost made a break, but didn't make a break. James is going to drive him, and he had his choice to drive a couple other horses in there. So James is going to drive him this week. He's sitting on a big mile. I know he is. Yes was awesome the other day. Looked fantastic. Patrick the Piranha is heading to Prince Edward Island. He's on his way back right now from Saratoga to Ontario. He's going to ship from Ontario to...
When's he get here?
Tonight.
No one would have.
I don't even know where we're going to put him. Probably 12. Cindy's taking him Tuesday. It may as well just go in 12.
Okay.
So just tell Cindy that he's coming tonight.
She's in Woodstock.
I'm sure there's a stall ready in Shed 12. There's a bunch of horses left there this week. So Patrick the Piranha heading to Prince Edward Island with our other big boy, Cincha. So where are we at? Patrick the Piranha per Lucky was awesome. He's only 7 per Lucky. I thought he was 8. Per Lucky was second in a track record, 153-3 last night at Hawthorne Racecourse. Raced awesome. Brave World will be racing this week again. He is a horse maybe on the sale block next week. And Cintra heading to Prince Edward Island. I had my reservations. That was some kind of mile last night. You can just see him hit that other gear, that classy horse gear, that top level gear halfway down the lane, and just came charging at the wire. Just got nosed in 50 flat. Just an incredible animal. Man, he's been a good horse for us. He's heading to PEI. Now, Jody told me he gets around a half as good as a 5/8 or a 7/8. We will see soon enough. Anyway, that is the aged horses. What do I got left? Just got the stables left. I'll be back with them in just a minute.